Dale Hoffman, North Central Arkansas's premier news talk program. Brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center, providing big city healthcare with a hometown touch. And now, down on the corner.
Good morning, North Central Arkansas and Southern Missouri. It's Friday!
Woo! Friday!
July 26, 2019. It's 7 a.m. Welcome to Down on the Corner program. Dale Hoffman here along with Scooter Callis.
It's Friday.
Yay.
What else I got to say? It's Friday. It's nice temperatures.
Again,
This is
attic
gonna be-
fan on in
this
the
is
house,
gonna be
65 degrees at 5:30 this morning.
This is going to be an awesome weekend. I plan on getting something done this weekend.
You gonna flip some burgers or grill some steaks or what you
No,
got
I'm going to mow some yards, clean
That's
some
not
stuff
fun.
up. No, I
Well,
need
turn
to
the
get
grill
this
on,
stuff
dude.
done.
Huh?
Always got the grill on. What are you talking about?
Never shuts off.
That's not a job. That's after the
It's
job.
the weekend, Scooter.
That's after the job.
Anyway, welcome to the Down on the Corner program. Hope your Friday morning's off to a great start. Down on the Corner is brought to you by Baxter Regional Medical Center. Best care anywhere. The envy of many Midwestern hospitals. Baxter Regional... Baxter Regional Medical Center.
Speak English here.
Take two.
How much coffee you had?
Not enough.
All right.
I could use another round, please. Thank you. Hurry up. Baxter Regional Medical Center, the envy of many Midwestern hospitals. Check out Urgent Care 24/7 from your smartphone, tablet, or computer. Only $69 per visit. Go to BaxterRegionalCare.com or the Apple App Store or Google Play.
There you go.
Yep. Very tops in innovation and new ideas and like I say, the envy of many Midwestern hospitals.
They stay on the cutting edge. And
Cutting edge
that's
technology, yeah.
The awesome part is they lead the pack in a lot of areas.
Oh, yeah.
And I like to see that. I mean, it's right here in a little small town. And
Yep.
It's cool.
It sure is, you know. And what else can I say? Check out Urgent Care 24/7, Baxter Regional Medical Center, the envy of many Midwestern hospitals. Best care anywhere, Baxter Regional Medical Center. And I'm enjoying Brewed Awakening coffee, and the way I'm talking, I haven't had enough, so why don't you waddle over there and bring me that coffee pot?
You can make it till
I can
break,
make it
Dale.
that's
If
13 minutes
if
away.
you've got that big of a problem,
Well,
realizing you have a problem is the first step.
I have a problem. I'm running low on coffee, thank you. Brewed Awakening coffee, best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water. Mike and his staff do a fantastic job of serving you the best coffee in town. 3 locations to serve you. Bomber Boulevard, 62 East Plaza, and of course Baxter Regional Medical Center.
Do you feel weird at all right now?
Why?
Your blood's thinning out from not having all that coffee in it?
Yeah,
and-
withdrawals. You
That
know.
thick, rich coffee.
What I
and-
actually need is one of those IV bottles right here with a huge big funnel on it where you just keep
God.
pouring the coffee in.
And, and moving on.
I'll talk to Mike about coffee IV bottle. Brewed Awakening coffee, best coffee in town. If you're not drinking Brewed Awakening, you're just drinking muddy water, right? What do you?
I got Sprite.
Yeah,
I've been doing Sprite for a little while. I like that.
that's pretty good. So, what's your overall favorite soft drink? Sprite, Coke, Pepsi?
One of those icy Cokes.
Yeah,
You know, the slushy
Yeah.
Cokes.
Oh, yeah.
Those were my favorites.
yeah. I like Coke when it's really, really cold. I mean, just crushed ice.
Yeah, I'm talking about the slushy. You grab
Yeah.
up the machine and it comes out this icy
Yeah,
mess of.
those are good. Yeah.
Those are really good.
They
I
sure
like
are.
that.
Wow.
That's got to be one of my favorites.
There you go. Check out Brewed Awakening Coffee. 3 locations to serve you in Mountain Home. And appreciate Brewed Awakening for being a sponsor for many years. Man, they came over from radio a couple years ago. Now they're with us over here. Mike and the staff do a great job.
Been with us a long time.
You bet. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas bring you the morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes right here in Mountain Home. Talk to Charlotte, Bruce, Chris, Brad. Very professional, caring, loving. They know what to do. They know what you're going through. And they know how to just take that extra little burden away. The death of a loved one, whether it's emergency situation or non-emergency situation. 23 Roller Funeral Homes in the state of Arkansas. Excuse me, one in Memphis, Tennessee. Roller Funeral Homes with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes. Let's pause now for our morning prayer. Heavenly Father, it's been a long week with some tough situations, and my mind is still thinking of Officer Mike Stevens and his family in Pineville. Lord, the small community is still in shock over Mike's passing. I just pray you comfort them and give them peace. And with all going on, just help us to seek you and move forward and comfort those in mourning. And as time moves on, we start to think of schools starting up. And once again, Lord, I pray for our area schools in the upcoming school years that they will be safe and successful. It's my prayer today. Amen. I don't have enough coffee. Roller Funeral Homes of Arkansas, bringing morning prayer each and every day with all our respect. Roller Funeral Homes.
We're never going to make it. And now,
oh my gosh, you need the coffee.
Weather.
Okay, take two. Do it again. That's better.
All right, hold on. I got to go to a widescreen because our guest is going to try this. All right.
How are you on trumpet, Cody? Can you do that?
Let's hear it.
Oh, no, I definitely can't do that.
Yeah, but you got to try now that you're on the spot. That's just how it works.
Dun, 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 dun.
See, there you go. There you go.
Total pro right here. You're
go.
hired. Be here Monday at 6:30.
We're gonna just take him back out of the camera. He's trying to show me up now. I'm not playing this game. That's the good thing about me, buddy. I have control. Don't forget.
Morning weather brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. Buying, selling, need some property, Arkansas or Missouri. The Z Team, from Marshall to Mountain View to Mountain Home to Salem to Harrison, Gainesville, Missouri, wherever it may be in Arkansas or Missouri, they can help you. Need to upgrade, family getting larger, or you need to downgrade, and whatever it may be. So call the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. Time to take a look at the live shot at the White River. It's time to take a look at the fog over the White River.
Well, you said live shot, so that's why I went to it. If you said, son, take a look at the river, I wouldn't have went to that.
Well, let's take a look at what it should look like. I mean, this is the wintertime shot coming up. And so, of course, it wasn't as pretty and green as it is now. But we'll take a look at the river at the live shot here in a couple more minutes, watch the fog burn off.
They actually are going to be repositioning it a little bit, so I'm anxious to see the different shot that we're going to have.
Oh, yeah. Live view brought to you by the Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora for all your real estate needs. Of course, Linda is a professional stager, so when it's time to sell your home, they can set everything up just for that certain eye appeal where, ooh, I like that. So be sure to call Bob and Linda Zadora. Doesn't matter buying, selling, need a larger home, smaller home, whatever it may be, need some property. They've got the Z Team in Marion County, Stone and Izard counties, folks right here in Mountain Home to serve you right here in Baxter, Fulton, and Sharp counties as well. So call the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora, 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net.
It's a seller's market right now.
It sure is.
And if you're talking about looking at selling your home, you need to go off your butt and get it on the market. You need to give them a call because they're not keeping homes very long. I mean, they're selling right now.
That's good. Yeah, what they turned last week, $3.2 million in real estate through the MLS. Like they've been as high as $5.6 million in a week over the last 2 months. And so I'm anxious to see what the report says on Monday on the 29th. Bob and Linda Zadora, your real estate professionals, the award-winning Z Team. Bob and Linda Zadora and the rest of the Z Team. 870-405-0793, retireToArkansas.net. 63 degrees in Mountain Home, 59 in Flippin, 60 at Harrison, 59 at Yellville, 60 at Salem, 63 at Calico Rock, 57, am I seeing that correctly? 57 in Mountain View. Wow. Around the region, St. Louis checks in at 67, Poplar Bluff at 63, West Plains at 60, 59 in Branson, and 56 in Watford City, North Dakota.
They're right in there with us.
Wow. Right up there with us. National radar shows some showers along the Iowa-Illinois border and northeast Missouri into Illinois. Goes on up into Wisconsin. Another line of showers from Minnesota into Wisconsin and showers in the eastern part of the Dakotas. A little bit in North Texas into the panhandle of Oklahoma. Then shower activity along the Florida coastline, both on the east and west coast there. Taking a look at Arkansas, we'll hit the Little Rock stop if we're ready, Scooter. Yep, here we go. Little Rock stop shows the entire state. Highway 62, 412 east and west in good shape, as well as Highway 65 north-south Little Rock, Branson. Highway 67, 167, Little Rock, Poplar Bluff, and Batesville in good shape. Interstate 30, 40, 49, 55, 555 in Arkansas. It looks like it's in pretty good shape as well. And we may pick up that rain shower if we hit that St. Louis stop. There we go. You can see it up around Macomb, Illinois. And it's just northwest of St. Louis.
Not a very big storm, though.
No, it's just a little bit of shower activity there. I-70 coming into St. Louis and then east of Vandalia, Effingham, Illinois, in good shape right there. A little bit of shower activity showing up between Jeff City, Columbia, Missouri. I-44, Rolla to St. Louis, then I-64 east St. Louis, Illinois to Mount Vernon, in good shape there. I-24 at 57 looks good, and I-55 Sykeston, Cape Girardeau into St. Louis, no problems along that route. Southwest Missouri, well, look at that, we're picking up a little shower. That shower again between Jefferson City and Columbia. South of I-70, let's see, Jefferson City be on US 63 coming up out of West Plains. A little bit picking up south of Kansas City. That's probably just a little bit of humidity starting. We're going to get a little bit more humidity as the weekend progresses. Chance of showers on Sunday night and Monday, I believe, what the forecast will tell us. I-44, Tulsa, Joplin, Springfield on into Lebanon, and Rolla on into St. Louis. I-70, Kansas City to Columbia, in good shape there. Forecast map, not much going on here. We have a little bit of a flood watch and warning in New Mexico, some fog advisories in Texas and Arizona, and California with a heat advisory in the middle part of the state. Looks like some wind warnings in Montana. Is that, no, that's a fire weather watch in Montana and the eastern part of North Dakota and western part of Minnesota. 7-day forecast coming up today, a high of 87. We got today, tomorrow, and Sunday with bright, clear, sunshiny skies. Today, 87, Saturday, 89, 90 on Sunday. Then Sunday night's clear, low of 69. Then Monday, 50% chance of showers throughout the day, drops to a 20% chance. 86 on Monday, low of 68 on Monday night. Tuesday, high of 89, mostly sunny. Probably a little bit more humidity. We've got pretty doggone lucky with this low humidity in Dew Point. Right now, Dew Point's at 61 degrees.
It'll be a
And it's been as
beautiful
low as
weekend.
53, and that's really good. This time of year to get that kind of dry air is really, really good. Checking iDrive Arkansas across the state, not much going on. Something popped up here on I-30. We have an accident on US 70, 2.1 miles west of I-30, eastbound lane. Lane's impacted the outside lane, so if you're in that part of the country, you're going to be putting up with that minor accident. Hope nobody was injured. And, of course, they're still cleaning up the flood stuff around Dardanelle. We still have a washout on 155. These are little state highways here. 377 Searcy County, they had that landslide. They're still working on the pavement there. Checking Missouri Department of Transportation. Southern Missouri in good shape. Highway 160, Highway 60, Highway 142 with some construction there. Doing some cleanup work there. I-29 is apparently open and looking good after all the floods. Allergy sufferers today, 5.8 medium. Grasses and plankton, the only two culprits causing you to sneeze and hack and cough. Tomorrow's going to be a little bit higher at a 6.4. Today, plankton and grasses are causing the issue. Well, let's see. How many minutes have passed? 6 or 7? Let's see how much fog has lifted yet. Not much.
None.
Need to go. Run out there and put a fan out there. We can blow that fog out.
There you go.
All right. We'll check it here again in a little while. The morning weather brought to you by the Z-Team. Bob and Linda Zador for all your real estate needs. 870-405-0793. Retire to Arkansas.net. Community calendar.
Brought to you by
Old Time Restaurant on the Square, Mount Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11.
For breakfast, it's Friday. You know what Friday is?
No, what is it today? Remind me.
Steak Day.
Oh,
how do you
how did I forget?
Steak Day at the Old Time Restaurant? I don't get it. You get a marinated sirloin steak you can cut with a butter knife. Eggs, hash browns, biscuit, and gravy or toast, all for $8.88. Can't beat it.
I think that when the Chief Justice of Supreme Court was here, I think the special was great. I think it was.
Yeah, it was steak.
They were here on Friday.
They were here on a Friday.
Yeah.
It was steak.
Yeah, went down there, had a great breakfast. That was fun.
For lunch, we got hamburger steak supremes. Did you have one of those yet?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
You get a big hamburger patty with gravy, cheese, peppers, tomatoes, onions, just the works. It's a mess of goodness. Comes with 2 sides, roller cornbread, $6.88. Can't beat it.
Old Time Restaurant on the Square at Mountain Home. Best breakfast, best lunch in town. Monday through Friday, 7 to 2, Saturday till 11. And they have a Sidewalk Sunday School free summer carnival today from 10 until 2 at Real Life Church at 1326 Rossi Road. The event is free. It's a 2-day event. Bring your children for a day activities. There will be a bounce house, water slide games, giveaways, lunch will be provided. It's from 10 to 2 Friday, 26th, and Saturday the 27th. And hope everyone comes out. And today's quite a day in Bull Shoals. Bull Shoals Zip Meets Date Customer Appreciation Day. The zip code in Bull Shoals is 72619, and today is 72619. So the date meets the zip code, so they're having a Customer Appreciation Day today, 4 to 6 o'clock, live band and free food. Then Twin Lakes-based United States submarine veterans will meet the 27th from 8 until 5, meet 4th Saturday of each month at Arena Sports Bar. Meeting starts at noon. Usually goes for about an hour. Come out and have lunch at 11 o'clock. You got anything? You got
OFA football
is
coming up. No, it's next Saturday. It's
August 3rd.
That's right. 3rd, yeah. Anybody interested in still signing up for OFA football, which is 3rd and 4th grade and 5th and 6th grade, they can still sign up. This will be our final sign up before we start putting the teams together, but it'll be August 3rd at the youth center. I believe it's from 11 to 3. Let me look. Yes, 11 to 2. Oops. 11 to 2 at the youth center. So if you still want to get signed up, get them over there, get them signed up, or you can go online, ozarkfootballassociation.com, and get them signed up that way.
7:16, coming up, our guest, Codie LaCount, Alpha Student Ministries through the Assembly of God Churches. Stick around. We're going to be right back. I need more coffee anyway.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
Our old burger was only 7 ounces, but now it's 8 with brioche bun and pickles. Comes with its own steak knife, it's really that big. Your best competition is always yourself. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. We're focused on one thing, burgers, ribs, fajitas. Just that one thing, burgers, ribs, and fajitas. We're reeling in our menu because it got out of hand. We had a moment of self-actualization. Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back. Oh, baby, Chili's is back, baby, back, baby, back.
Do you know where your money goes when you give to charity? At the Salvation Army, 85 cents of every dollar stays to help those in need in our local community. Hi, I'm Captain Spaulding. The money we raise help people in the surrounding 5 counties, including Baxter, Marion, Sharp, Izzard, and Fulton. You can help by donating your unwanted items and by shopping at the Salvation Army store. Those in need get assistance with rent, utilities, sending kids to camp, and many other things. When it comes to this charity, the Salvation Army always helps those in our community.
Whether you're a professional lawnscape contractor or a homeowner in need of quality lawn equipment, Moran's Lawn & Garden has you covered. Moran's is the longest originally owned lawn and garden business in Mountain Home, with a 5,700 square foot warehouse packed full of new current year inventory for all your lawn maintenance needs. Moran stocks a full line of factory parts, and they service everything they sell, offering top names like Grasshopper, Hustler, and Country Clipper. Moran stands behind their quality service with thousands of customers using their products daily. Moran's Lawn & Garden, servicing the entire Twin Lakes area.
When I grow up, I want to save lives, like a superhero, and show up when people needed me.
When I grow up, I want to do animations. I want to create characters that can fly.
No matter what it is you want out of life, there is a path to get there.
When I grow up, I don't know what I want to do when I grow up, but I know I want to go to college.
Arkansas State University Mountain Home. Take your first step at asumh.edu.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Why would I recommend Hospice of the Ozarks? Because I know the people that work there, I know their hearts, and I know that their desire is to help people with the suffering and the anxiety and the things that can come with either a terminal diagnosis or a terminal condition. We want them to have a peace of heart and to have a comfort and to know that someone's there to help them through that so they can enjoy the time that they have.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
It's almost 7:21. I want to welcome from Jonesboro, Codie, LaCount. And we're going to be talking Chi Alpha Student Ministries through Assembly of God Churches, correct?
Yes, sir.
Oh, that's great. So tell me about it.
Oh, it's an amazing ministry that is not only nationwide, but it's worldwide. And we just love reaching out to, just all the students on campuses all around the U.S. and I'm based out of the one at Arkansas State University.
Okay. Yeah.
And we hear that students, 80% of students, whenever they step foot on a college campus, lose their faith. And
why is that? So I was raised Southern Baptist all my life. I've been Independent Baptist, Southern Baptist, but I recognize all faiths. I've got friends that worship all different ways, which is fine. But why? What happens?
It's, I guess it's just like the college idea. You go party and just have a bunch of fun, and they just kind of forget about their relationship with God because they're out trying to have fun with their friends and stuff, and so God kind of gets put on the back burner for a lot of people.
So let's look at this a little bit. College cost what? $18,000-$19,000 a semester. I mean, it's supposed to be a learning experience, and you're supposed to have fun. You got football and baseball and basketball and track and everything, and all kinds of activities. The bottom line is study to get the degree.
Right.
So, of the 80% that lose their faith, what happens in the studies? Do their studies suffer? Do they have the discipline to?
Well, I'm sure there's some students that kind of suffer with their studies through, their decisions that they have throughout college. But there's a lot of them that still will graduate on time or graduate early and stuff. Not everyone will go out and party. A lot of them they dive so hard into their studies that that's all they do, and so they just don't have time, quote unquote, for God.
Wow. So in your ministry now, how do you bring those kids back? I mean, you got to reach out and say, look,
That's exactly what we do. We reach out. My job, I'm a full-time staff member there, and me and the other staff and actually some of our student leaders will go out to different spots on campus. We'll see kids, they're adults, but students, they're sitting by themselves, and we'll go up and we'll just start a conversation like, hey, my name's Codie, what's your name and what are you majoring in? And we just meet them and we just start loving them where they're at, and we just invite them to different events that we have throughout each semester. Just common ground events, for example, we do a Christmas party, it's everyone that we can, we invite them, and we always have plenty of gifts in case someone can't afford to buy a gift. We'll have extra gifts and stuff. So for Welcome Week, we do an event every single day that week. That's just the first night of move-in day, we have a cookout. We'll feed the students, and we just want to start conversations with them and start building a relationship with the students. And we'll slowly, integrate or transfer into kind of teaching them the gospel and stuff. But first and foremost, we want to have a deep and personal relationship with those students.
Right.
And let them know that they are loved no matter what they're going through, where they're at in life. whatever decisions they've made, because I mean that's how Jesus loves us. Like it's true. Unconditional. No matter what we've done, he forgives us and he loves us where we're at. And so we want to show them that love, and through that we're able to let them hear the gospel and transform their lives.
You know, universities can be almost like a small city within a city.
Absolutely.
My oldest boy attended Middle Tennessee State in Murfreesboro, Tennessee, and I didn't realize that student population-wise, it's bigger than UT at Knoxville. Mm. And then my second boy went to University of Arkansas. They're like mini cities within a city. They really are. So imagine yourself 18 years old, right out of high school. You graduated in May. It's now middle to late August, and it's like dropping somebody off in the middle of, say, Kansas City, Missouri. Literally, I mean, basically the same principle. And you're going to grab at the first thing that you think you can trust.
Right.
And I'll tell you, Cody, one thing that we're dealing with here in Mountain Home and surrounding areas, you know, Branson, being so close by, we're on about 90 miles from Branson, is the human sex trafficking issue. And we have a safe house here through Into the Light Ministries, because you get the young girls out there, I call them the Taylor Swift wannabes, you know, and some, hey, you're really good, I can really help you, you know. So you got an 18, 19-year-old girl, and all of a sudden she's trusting a 27, 20-year-old guy, think, oh, I'm going to get in the studio, I'm going to Nashville, I'm doing this and this. Don't work out that way. So that's why they need a ministry like this, somebody that can reach out and say, look, you know, this is reality, this is what we need to do. Do you see stuff like that? I don't necessarily mean in the trafficking issues, but the kids that are just waiting for somebody, they're going to take the first person they think they can trust.
Right. And that's absolutely true. They'll reach out to who they can when they can, because, I mean, it's a huge campus, and there's a lot of students, and even though you're surrounded by people, you can feel completely alone.
Yep.
And I mean, when I was in college, like that's what I felt like, and luckily I found Chi Alpha. And but a lot of it, you know, especially with you know, I hate talking bad about organizations, but like fraternities and sororities, they can lead to a lot of bad habits sometimes.
Yep.
And so like they'll reach out to that because they're like, well, now I got all these friends. But you also, I mean, if you think about what you got to pay to be in those fraternities and sororities, I mean, it's kind of like you're paying for your friends. Whereas like a student ministry, like it doesn't have to be just Chi Alpha, but I mean, excuse me, any ministry that's on campus, like they're asking you, just please come hang out with us. Yeah. Like you don't have to pay anything.
Yeah. And
like it's genuine relationships that you can grow. But with the fraternities and sororities, like there's a lot of strings that come along with that, those friendships.
Oh. So now this is Chi Alpha through the Assembly of God Ministry, through the churches based in Springfield, Missouri. Were you raised Assembly of God?
I was actually raised Catholic, but when I was about 17, 18, my family, we found Assembly of God, and like we just fell in love with it, and so we kind of started going with it.
Yeah, I think Convoy of Hope is based through AG churches too. You know, they do a lot of work.
Oh yeah.
And so, how'd you get involved with Chi Alpha? Is that your full-time work now?
Yes, it is.
That's pretty good.
It's a life that I never thought I wanted, but it's better than anything I
really
knew.
So now, is this? I mean, so you are basically a minister through Chi Alpha? Is that?
I'm working towards that. Yeah. Right now, I'm considered like a missionary associate.
Okay.
But once I go through the channels and learn everything I need to learn and pass what I need to pass, then I'll become a full-time like actual missionary, and then I'll be like licensed to be a minister and everything.
Oh, good. Yeah.
And my long-term goal is to actually like pioneer a new Chi Alpha at a new campus somewhere, and
good.
God willing, I'd actually really love to end up at ASUMH and start one here. Because, I mean, just because it's primarily a 2-year college, that doesn't mean that the students are less important, you know. And plus, if they go from transferring here to another college, like knowing Chi Alpha, that gives them that community right away. Like, okay, well, there's a Chi Alpha here.
You got the network set up. There you go.
Then like, okay, well, I need to look for Chi Alpha at this new place I'm going to.
Wow, that's a good point. That's really cool. So they could go from ASU Mountain Home, they go to Ouachita, Henderson, Hendricks, UCA, U of A, ASU, any of the campuses.
And they all have Chi Alphas there.
That is so cool. I didn't know this existed through the AG churches.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. Wow. Do you see what time it is?
Time for a break.
I wonder how much fog is lifted at the White River. Hint, hint.
Not much.
Hint, hint. You're right.
Not much at all.
More with Cody right after this. Go take a quick break.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
When you need durable and comfortable hospital scrub stat, you need the Uniform Shop. The Uniform Shop is the place for top quality uniforms, carrying a great selection of name brands including Carhartt, Cherokee, and Gray's Anatomy, as well as shoes from Clogs, Softwalk, and Landau, stethoscopes from Littman, blood pressure cuffs, scissors, name tag retractable, compression socks, paramedic BDUs, and Rocky boots. The Uniform Shop also offers customizing, embroidery, as well as minor alterations. Let us put you in uniforms. Shop the Uniform Shop. Take a step back in time when going to a barbershop meant more than just getting a haircut. Come into Legionnaire's Barbershop today, a unique gentleman barbershop. Get back in style from a former celebrity hairstylist and a licensed barber instructor who are trained in tonsorial arts and lock removal and happy to give you a straight razor shave. Legionnaire's Barbershop is veteran-owned and operated and located at 848 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. For a full, old-fashioned barbershop experience, stop by Legionnaire Barbershop today. Your car is a member of the family. It takes you where you need to go, and it makes sure you are safe at all times. When a wreck or accident happens, trust the only place that will treat you and your vehicle like a person, not a number. From collision repair and windshield replacement to paintless dent repair and hail damage removal, Dent Boys can cover all your automotive repair needs and make sure you are satisfied every step of the way. Call or visit the professionals at Dent Boys today and see the Dent Boys difference.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
Coming up on 734, our guest is Codie Highland through Chi Alpha Ministries, a ministry through the Assembly of God churches. And let's raise a little bit of money. Let's help this young man out with his ministry. I think it's going to be, I'm just so glad to see a young man doing something like this. If we can throw this up on the screen, Scooter, if we can. This is giving.ag.org. Brings up this screen right here, and this is it, correct, right here? Donate now.
Yes, sir.
So now we put in your name here.
Yep.
And so, CODIE?
Yes, sir.
Do we have to use caps on this?
I don't believe so. I should be able to find
like
me.
That?
Yep.
Put in Cody's name.
There
Cool. Okay. And there you go. And so, other 25, 50, 100, 200. I'd like to see, can I get 100 people give 100 today to help Codie out today? You know, go to giving.ag.org and help Codie out. The importance of young people this is not so much you wanting to, let me think a minute. You're not trying to change somebody's faith. You're trying to maintain it.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't matter how they grew up, maintain their faith and don't lose it through the partying and all the activities.
Well, not only that, but also the students that grow up without having a relationship with God, like we reach out to everyone. Like, for example, I know I gave you my letter. I was talking about a student named Preston.
Oh, yeah.
He a self-proclaimed atheist.
Really?
But yeah, and like me and another a student leader decided, like, hey, let's go meet some students real quick. And like not even 10 feet out of our, like where our office area is, like Preston was sitting, by himself. And we asked to sit down, and we just started talking to him and like asked if he wanted to hang out. And like Preston was all by himself on campus and everything. And honestly, like Christians have reached out to him before, but all they wanted to convert him, and we just wanted to give him a relationship. And so that was like the difference in him. Like he actually like accepted Jesus as his Lord and Savior, and like completely transformed his life, because we didn't want to just convert him, we wanted to be his friend.
Yeah.
And
there again, it was a matter of trust.
Right.
So how old was this young man?
18.
Okay, where in his mind did he choose to be an atheist? Was that on his own? Something happened? Because I've had, if there was a God, they wouldn't let this happen. Well,
I think...
the policeman that was shot in Stone County.
Mm-hmm.
He's a friend of mine. He sat in that very chair on March 8th.
Wow.
And was on this program. I was at that funeral. Why such a good man? There was more people in that gym Thursday for that funeral than there was in the city of Calico Rock. And I've seen an outpouring of support. Why Mike? There's how many other... And you don't want anybody to get killed. But why did it happen? And so sometimes a situation like that can turn people against God.
That's true.
And say, if God existed, he would have protected... Well, I don't have an answer to that,
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you wish you had that genie in a bottle you could rub and say, can you answer this question? Can you change? But life ain't a genie in a bottle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So where do they come up that there's no God, or they don't believe in a God?
If I remember right, I could be wrong, but if I remember right, I believe his family grew up without going to church and stuff, and so he never really knew much about it, and so he had a rough home life, and so I think because of that rough home life, he's like, well, because of this, there's no way that there could be a God.
Did they celebrate Christmas?
I don't know. With us, he did.
Really?
Yep.
Huh. So you get put in some pretty interesting scenarios.
Mm-hmm. Even with international students, and that's another big part of our ministry, is trying to reach out to the international students. I think there's a little over 850 students that are international at Arkansas State, from all over the world. Like over 850.
What's the student population over there? Do you know offhand?
Over 14,000, I think.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think that's what's population about now? 12, 13,000 on the sign? I think
yep,
12, 8.
Like that.
Really?
Yeah. And it's a very strategic mission field reaching out to these international students, because normally with international missions, you have to go over to their country, you have to start building those relationships. Right. But obviously there's like the long-term missionaries that will be there for years, but there's others that will go for a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That's a limited amount of time to really get someone to trust you and build that relationship and get them to know the gospel. Whereas they're coming to us, they're coming to the U.S., and we have 4 years to talk with them, to build a relationship.
When they walk into your own backyard, there you go.
Yeah. And then they turn around, they go back into their countries where they already have relationships, and they start spreading the gospel themselves.
But there's no telling. You could have Hindu, Muslim, Buddhist. And I'm not degrading. I'm just saying that's how they worship.
Yeah.
To each their own in their country. But you've got a great ministry here to tell them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So somebody of a totally different lifestyle, different faith, are they receptive to your words? So if, say you had a Hindu, and I don't even know anything about it. One of my favorite singers, one of my favorite performers is George Harrison, and he was Hare Krishna, which I think is Hare Krishna a form of Hindu or something like that. Something like that. All I knew about the Hare Krishnas was the bald-headed dudes in the airport giving books away about yay thick. So I don't know. Have you run across something like that?
I mean, there's some that are skeptical and still like they want to stay true to their faith out of fear, or true to their beliefs out of fear. But most of the time, like, we're not trying to make it about, the gospel right away. We want them to feel loved and feel that love, and then they're like, well, why do you act this way? Like, what is it in your life that makes you want to be like this?
Mm-hmm.
And then that opens the door to...
So the actions are speaking louder than the words at this point.
Right.
Yeah.
And so because of that, they start asking us the questions rather than us trying to just, like, overwhelm them with our beliefs.
So, Cody, I got to tell you this. For a while, I was at First Baptist in Mountain Home, and now I'm over at Eastside Baptist. I'm doing television over there. I've been all over. I mean, I do a lot of mainly sound system work, doing some video at Eastside Baptist, but was at First Baptist for many years. We had a program called Soul Sneakers Basketball. And I've told the story many times, but anyway. In between the periods, we'd play music. And it could be anything from Aerosmith to Tom Petty to Patsy Cline. I had a whole bunch of music in the computer. And I was sitting down at Harold's Auto Parts one time, and one of the boys sitting one end, we go down there and drink coffee, especially in the wintertime. He says, "Aren't you that announcer at the basketball?" I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, I wouldn't mind going to that church." "Well, come on." Well. I said, well, what's the problem? "Well, Saturday night I may have a Budweiser or two." And the problem is, here's the thing. They're afraid that priest, you're going to hell because you had two Budweisers. Come on, people, let's back this off. You know what I'm saying? That's not what we're about.
Right.
That's not what we're about. So I said, you want to have your Budweiser on Saturday night? Have it. Church starts at 9, 10, whatever the time it was. See what I'm saying here? Where sometimes they're so afraid that you're wrong, and they don't want to sit there and and they're afraid of that, literally. I mean, this is a 45, 50-year-old man scared to death that you had a Budweiser Saturday night, you're going to hell. I don't find it there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, it's a lot of people are wrapped up in the religion of everything.
Yeah.
They're not focusing on the relationship.
Exactly. And so I find that to be, and being I've been Southern Baptist all my life, I can hammer on this fact that sometimes, Scripture says, don't complain about the speck in somebody else's eye when you got the plank in your own. I think this is a plank in our eye because we're not loving that person enough to invite them, to let them see what Christ can do. Rather, we're pointing our finger like we're better than you, when we're not. Right. I mean, what else can I say? I mean, sometimes I think we missed the boat on this. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, anyway, can we throw that back up on, let's go back and see if we can raise some money for Codie here. Let me back this up.
And
go ahead.
Chi Alpha it's a nonprofit organization. So
it's nonprofit umbrellaed under AG churches, right? Yeah.
It's 100% nonprofit, and so every single donation that someone gives is tax deductible.
Good, 501c3.
Yep.
Okay, well, you throw that back up on the screen real quick. This is giving.ag.org, the donate now, and here you type in Codie, C-O-D-I-E, LaCount, L-A-C-O-N-C-O-U-N-T, and once you choose that right there, you hit search, then you can donate.
And with it being nonprofit, this is the stuff that I depend on monthly in order to pay my bills so I can continue to stay on campus and work with the students and build relationships and continue to disciple students that will disciple more students. And so it's just like
the domino effect.
Right. And so I mean, any donation is greatly appreciated. But if possible, I would love to have some people that would want to join my team every month. And so if they can, they click the set up new recurring schedule instead of the give now.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
That would be just a huge blessing in my life, especially being newly married and everything. We have lots of new bills and stuff that are starting to pop up. And so, but again, like, even if it's just like a $20 one-time gift, everything's really appreciated.
Is there a PayPal or just straight off of the cards? Oh, yeah, there's PayPal. Yep. Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. That is so cool. That's a great ministry. All right, it's 7:45, almost 7:46. More with Codie right after this. Well, did the fog lift yet?
A little bit. We'll bring it up.
Yeah, maybe a little bit to the
Starting
west.
to cut through.
You see a little bit of the river. By the time the show's over, the fog will lift. More with Codie right after this. Be right back.
Sure, all mowers cut grass, but only a Ferris mower with suspension technology can provide you with increased productivity, quality of cut, durability, and comfort. The caster wheels and cutting deck are connected to the frame beneath the suspension. This lets the deck follow the wheels as they move up and down in relation to the ground contours. Maintaining the distance between the deck and the ground results in a beautiful, consistent cut. Visit your local Ferris dealer to experience the difference suspension makes.
Hi, we're Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, and we'd like you to meet the rest of our team.
When you are working with the Z Team, you will find that not only are they down-to-earth people, but they are trained professionals who work with downsizers, first-time homebuyers, and clients who may want to relocate to our beautiful Ozarks. Our team has agents who specialize in lake and river properties, listing and selling raw land, acreage, and all residential homes. Listing your property with the Z Team will help get it sold with unmatched Century 21 global marketing. You can find out more at retiretoarkansas.net.
It takes the right gear to survive out here. Oh, there she is. Ferris. It's the best gear around. Strong as an ox. Safe as houses. Out back, there's one powerful beast. Awesome. Four-wheel suspension. Handles whatever Mother Nature throws at you. Designed to take the hard out of hard work. And deliver all the power you could need. So if you want to tackle the great outdoors, get yourself a Ferris.
In 2014, I had back surgery, and I had always been told that chiropractic care, once you have that, is not possible. After coming up here to see Doc Osgood, I've learned just how much it is helpful, and I find now that I can do a lot more activities like mowing the yard, or even my job as a sports reporter. Going to the games is not a problem anymore. I don't have near the problem that I used to, and as I keep progressing, I think it'll get better and better.
So there I was, naked as a jaybird in the shower with soap in my hair and eyes when I lost water pressure down to a dribble. I immediately grabbed my towel and dialed up Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service. Jake came right over and fixed my water pressure. Now I can take my showers with confidence. Just call Jake.
For all your sales and pump needs, just call Jake at JM Sales and Pump Service, 870-431-5445. He offers high-quality stay-right products.
If you want the best breakfast or lunch in the Twin Lakes area, then you've got to come to the Old Time Restaurant. Voted the best breakfast and lunch for 2011, the Old Time Restaurant not only gives you the Southern hospitality right when you walk in the door, they also offer scrumptious breakfast options to curb that early morning appetite. Or stop in later in the day for a tasty sandwich, salad, or a daily special. If a sweet tooth is your guilty pleasure, you can't go wrong with the pie lady cooking out over 30 different types of pies. That's the Old Time Restaurant located on the square in Mountain Home.
$7:49, finishing out the show, finishing out the week with Codie LaCount, Chi Alpha Ministries through the Assembly of God Churches, and trying to help Codie get some monthly support here for his Chi Alpha Ministries, and it's helping kids on students. And you're based in Jonesboro, Arkansas State University, and reaching out to these kids. I've got to ask you, I just, I'm guessing you're 23, 24 years old?
25.
25 years old. So you're the same age as my youngest son. Some of the stuff you see on the news, you get like Bernie Sanders saying, all college debt needs to be forgiven. And then you got Joe Biden saying, I'm going to cure cancer. Do people buy into that? People yours buy into that stuff?
A lot of them buy into a lot of things, you know.
Really?
There's, you know, people that are hardcore Bernie followers, and then
Really?
like they'll follow Joe Biden. I'm surprised by the amount of students around my age that are really like getting into politics now. But I mean, I guess that's a really good thing because, you know,
yeah, it's good.
It's got to, you know, evolve with everything else that's evolving. You know, like technology and all that,
Yeah.
and so it's.
But when you hear like with Bernie Sanders saying that they want to forgive all student loans, okay, so all of a sudden somebody somewhere is going to pay for that. I was in Kennett, Missouri one time coming back from Nashville, and my cousin stopped by. We had some of his students, he's a principal, and we got to discussing like Obamacare. Oh man, it's going to be free. No, it's not. Let's think this through. Let's think it through. Does that doctor work for free? Does that nurse work for free? What about the hospital? You're going to have a bill somewhere. Somebody's got to pay for it. Well, it's going to be free to me. So I bought him lunch. I said, was that lunch free? Yeah, man, you bought me lunch. No, I gave $8.95 for the lunch. So the money had to come from my pocket instead of yours.
Right.
It's like deer eyes in head, like blink, blink, blink. What? Like, because people say, well, it's government funded. Where does the government get the money? Taxes.
Mm-hmm.
Do they understand that?
I don't think some of them do. A lot of them, like they say, like, oh, free college, like sign me up, you know, and so they don't do the research to see like where that money trail is going to be leading to.
So that professor in your English class or your geometry class or whatever you're taking, you know, he's making some decent money.
Mm-hmm.
Where does it come from? You know,
Right.
tuition, foundations, whatever it may be. So I was just wondering what's a 25-year-old's main interest? Well, I mean, goodness, in my day, oh goodness, we were more into sports and stuff like that. I mean, in my day, football was Bart Starr, Johnny Unitas. Baseball would be like Ernie Banks at Chicago, Stan Musial at St. Louis, Bob Gibson at St. Louis, Sandy Koufax at LA Dodgers. You know, people like that. And back then, movies were more entertaining, but now it seems like movies nowadays are more politically aimed at changing your thought process. See what I'm saying?
I can see some movies would definitely be one side or the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that's
So I guess I'm getting to the fantasy and reality part because, you know, we've discussed this. Baxter County, for the last 3 years, has had the highest amount of suicides in Arkansas, both in civilian and veterans.
Oh, wow.
And last year, my youngest son and I, we produced a film called Addictions, Bullying, and Suicides because of the people we've lost. And with young people, we're wondering, because you look at the movies and bang, 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 you know, and so, oh man, that guy, man, he got blown away. Well, 6 months later, he's in another movie doing something else. So the fantasy versus reality, have we lost that in our young people?
And I think they've always been around. I mean, you look at, there's always been cops and robber movies. Even back then, there was always banging people shooting each other up.
But
the
video
Cowboys
effects
versus
now
Indians.
are so much more graphic. You see what I'm saying? They're so much more graphic.
I don't think just because it's just, I couldn't imagine because the graphics got a little bit better that's now changing the minds of people, because cops and robbers, I mean, they always showed blood. They always show somebody getting shot.
Yeah.
You know, it's always been there.
And the cowboy and Indian stuff.
Yeah, it's
Westerns
always been
were real
there.
big when I was- yeah.
And they were as realistic as
Yeah,
they
you
could
used
get
to
them
have, like-
back then. They didn't have some of the graphics, but you can still see the blood. Somebody got shot. Somebody. I mean, it's the same principle.
But is there, I mean, we've had many people say fantasy versus reality. Is that a factor in young people's minds, you think? What do you say?
Probably in some. The lines get kind of blurred.
Yeah.
But a lot of them, I think it's more of that for some reason, a lot of the younger generation suffers with anxiety really bad.
From what causes that?
Just all kinds of different stresses in their life. Like, I mean, college is a very stressful situation.
What about being accepted?
Yeah,
Being
trying to be accepted by peers and stuff. That's a huge stress
So
giver.
when you first met your wife, you thought, oh, you know, boy, I'd really like to meet her.
Mm-hmm.
So you finally got to meet her, stair step, you know, after 4 or 5 years, you finally got married. Wonderful. But what had she not want anything to do with you, you would have felt rejected. How do kids handle that nowadays? Is it a hard situation?
Yeah,
I mean, the boyfriend, girlfriend thing?
It can be a hard situation because nobody likes feeling rejected. And
that's right.
They end up feeling alone after that, and that's where a lot of the...
And that's where y'all can step in with your Chi Alpha Ministries.
Right.
And try help. Okay, look, you know, let's work this out. Sit there and talk to them. You know, I can see exactly what you're doing. This is a great ministry. It really is. Man. So, you get kids from all over the state or all over the country at ASU?
All over the country.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
At ASU?
Yep. Which a lot of them that come from farther in the country are usually an athlete of some kind that came for a scholarship.
Oh, yeah. Now, see, ASU, they were known for a long time for their broadcast school. They still have the big broadcast school through KAIT Channel 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep. We one of our members in Chi Alpha that's his major is doing the broadcasting and everything, and he just got hired on to do the camera for the Redbird games over in Memphis.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow. The over 3A ball.
Yep.
Wow, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Have you been over there?
I haven't, no.
It's fun. It's
hoping you'll take me there sometime soon.
Get under the camera and meet somebody. That's pretty cool. Yeah, for the longest time, I remember ASU, they were tops in the broadcast school, radio and television broadcast production, stuff like that. And, great campus. Once again, Chi Alpha Ministries. And we're visiting with Codie LaCount. Go to giving.ag.org, type in Codie LaCount, and help this young man out. Great ministry. I mean, I can see so many advantages here. And you got a good success story? Or many success stories?
Yeah. I mean, my own story is a pretty well success story. Because whenever I started college, I wasn't in the best mindset to be successful.
Really?
I had a lot of stuff going on that distracted me from my studies, and I ended up having to start over. And I chose ASU for the place for me to start over. And I got there, and I only knew one person on campus, and that's because we went to high school together. And even then, he had a different major than I did, so he had other classes than what I was going to, and so
the paths never crossed.
Right, and so I tended to isolate myself in my own room, my own dorm. And even though I had a roommate, I never talked to him. Like, it was just like I was in my own little world by myself.
Yeah.
And I mean, on a campus that's filled with 15,000 students, and I felt completely alone. Like,
wow, goodness.
It was insane. And luckily for myself, I had a good relationship with my pastor, my AG pastor back in Highland.
Yeah.
And so I talked to him. I was telling him about my situation, and he said, well, you got all kinds of, organizations around you. He said, I know a great one. Let me give you the guy's number. And so my director at A-State, Chi Alpha, Jim Woolley, he gave me his number. And I guess he gave Jim my number because the next day Jim called me.
There you go. That works.
Yeah. The next day Jim called me. He said, hey, man, let's meet for some coffee or something.
Good.
And so
30 seconds. Final 30 seconds.
Oh, and so as soon as I stepped in there, it was like a family immediately. And so now I'm working with Chi Alpha for a job. And so it's just like...
That is excellent. Man, I'm glad you were able to make the trip over. Once again, go to giving.ag.org, type in Codie LaCount as you see it on the screen there. Just knock out all the caps and just go lowercase and help this young man try to do a monthly donation and help his ministry. And so, Scooter, do we try one more time? We have a run out of time now for the live shot, aren't we? Hey, we found the river. Brought to you by the Z Team, 870-405-0793. We got to end it. Have a happy weekend, everybody.